Hello, young academic. How are you guys? You bored yet? Yeah, want to get back to school, don't you? Yeah, I know the feeling. Yeah, well, hopefully things will get back to normal soon. So listen guys, today, moving on to the next unit in the reading and writing, okay? Now, the unit question here is, how has technology affected your life? Wow, big question. Now, what do we mean by technology? Well, we're talking about every device that we're using these days. So things like your mobile phones, your iPads, so smartphones, iPads, laptops, what I'm using here, this projector. What else? Lots and lots of things, more and more things through the internet, social networks is also technologies as such. So lots and lots of things that are affecting our lives. Personally, for me, because I am much older than you guys, it has completely changed. My life has completely changed the way we live as human beings compared to 30 years ago when I was your age, okay? So it's hard to even begin for me to answer this question. It has changed absolutely everything. Now, obviously there are good sides to this, there are bad sides, and there are advantages and disadvantages to new technologies. So that is something that maybe we want to start talking about first. Some advantages and disadvantages of the new technologies. What do you think? Let's think about this. So I've written down a few ideas for you, something you can think about. So some of the advantages, for instance, I've got efficiency and productivity. So the fact that we are able to produce a lot more goods and services around the world. And efficiency, what is efficiency? Well, the fact that things work very well. Yeah, all this new technology helps us avoid making mistakes. Another one is communication, well, just communication in general. We are able to communicate faster, more efficiently. I'll take the example of myself being in touch with my family. My parents and I Skype every week on average, maybe more sometimes. Okay, we're able to see each other. You know, they live on the other side of the world. So it's fantastic for my parents to be able to have this proximity, to still feel close to me, although I'm on the other side of the world. So communication has really improved, doesn't it? Then there are some disadvantages. The first one I wrote down was dependency. So the fact that we are becoming very, very dependent on our new technologies. I can't live without my iPhone. If my iPhone or my laptop stop working, all my work is stored there. I can't do anything without them. So I'm very dependent. I need it. And that can be sometimes very tricky. Another one is laziness. Yes, of course. Well, human beings are very often lazy by nature. And we obviously use technologies because it's easier sometimes, and we stop, being more active as we should be. Yeah. And finally, I've added privacy, which I think is one of the biggest issues of our time. Okay, what do I mean by privacy? I'm talking about our private, personal business, our private life, our information, whether it's credit card numbers, address, all that kind of information, what you do with your time. People can know anything about you now. They just need to hack into your system, don't they? So big issue, big disadvantage. what about you guys? Can you think of some more ideas? This is something that you could discuss a little bit with your teacher in a lesson. Okay, well, we are still on the first page of the unit here. We've got some rather more straightforward, simple questions to discuss. What do you like to do in your free time? How do you use technology in your daily life? We're going to look at the photo as well. Let's have a look at that photo. Okay, it's nice, he's outdoors, the weather seems nice and cool, beautiful nature around him, but somehow full of technology. Yeah, okay, so what has he got here? What is he doing? What are the different technologies he's using? Okay, so back to those questions. What do you like to do in your free time? How do you use technology in your daily life? Well, I know about myself, but I want you to think about this, maybe make some notes, and you can discuss with your teacher. So next, on page 68 here, we've got a questionnaire. I would like you to take the questionnaire at home. So you've got, it's about how many hours per week, yeah? How many hours a week do you spend doing each of these things? Okay, so we got chatting online, playing sports and exercising, surfing the internet, spending time with friends, reading, watching TV. Okay, so obviously, number 1 is technology, 5 technology, 6 technology. When we're saying spending time with friends, we mean face to face, yes, not online, okay? And reading is actually books as well, yeah? All right, so do this and then you can discuss with your friends in your first online session. So here we've got some words from the reading. That's like listening, reading. Benefit, explore, fantasy, interact, limitation, realistic, social, transaction, and virtual. Well, let me make those bigger. So first of all, benefit. Benefit is a noun, 3 syllables, benefit, and the stress is on the first syllable, benefit. Next one is explore. Stress on the second. Fantasy. Where's the stress here? 3 syllables. First, fantasy. Interact. Interact or interact or interact. Which one do you think? Verb. To interact. Okay? Stress on the third. Limitation, so 4 syllables, limite. Stress on the fourth, limitation. Realistic, same, realist. Stress on the third, realistic. Social, this is a sh sound, sh, social. Stress on the first. Then we've got transaction, act, transaction. 3 syllables, and virtual. Again, 3 syllables, virtual. Stress on the first, okay? Alright, so we've got the definitions here. Let's talk about them very quickly. Benefit is a noun, it's an advantage or useful effect that something has a benefit. So, same as an advantage, we were discussing them before. Verb, to explore, to travel around a place in order to learn about it. So, and then we've got fantasy, a situation that is not true, that you just imagine. It's in your head. You are not Spider-Man. It's just a fantasy. Interact, to communicate or mix with someone, especially while you work, play, or spend time together. To interact. So you guys interact all the time when you come to the center. Right now we're not interacting a lot because we're all stuck at home. We kind of interact when we're online chatting, but yeah, missing the communication. Limitation. A condition that controls or restricts what you can do. A limitation. Something that stops you from doing things. Yeah? What are your limitations? Well, I guess we can't fly, right? We can't stay underwater for more than 1 or 2 minutes. Those are limitations, those are realities, things that we cannot do. They stop us from doing other things. Realistic, not real, but appearing to be real. Okay, something is realistic, it looks real. Maybe just the way you draw a picture. If it's very, very well drawn, it looks like real life, it looks very realistic, maybe, okay? And we've got social, connected with meeting people and enjoying yourself. Okay? To be a social person, to be social means you like going out, meeting people. Transaction, an exchange or transfer of goods, services, or I'm going to send you money for your birthday, but I'm not going to give you the money in paper money, I'm not going to give you cash money, I'm going to transfer the money onto your account virtually. Very similar. Very similar to realistic in a way. Virtual, made to appear to exist by the use of computer software. So when we look at video games are the perfect example. They look very much like you've got guys with guns running around and stuff, or Spider-Man again jumping around the buildings of whatever the city is. But in fact, it's the virtual world, it's not real, okay? It's been computer generated, CGI, yeah, special effects, that's virtual. All right, good. So you're going to do the exercise here that follows. Yeah, you're going to have to fill in the gaps here, prepare everything for your lessons, and you will check it all with your teacher.